Welcome to a new episode of Cyber Monday, your weekly dive into the world of cutting edge technology. I'm Tia James, your host, and today we have an exciting lineup of segments for you, from the latest in AI advancements to the newest tech infrastructure that's changing our world. So, let's jump right in. First up, in our tech review segment, we're taking a close look at the latest release from Apple, the Vision Pro headset. This mixed reality device promises to revolutionize how we interact with both digital and physical worlds. Let's dive into its features and see what sets it apart.
I want to show you guys just a little bit of what a real workflow might look like for the Vision Pro. See the Mac screen right here? By the way, full hand occlusion, which looks really nice and smooth. Messages, Slack, another Safari window right here. Keyboard works just fine, like that. And also, my mouse will go over here, and I can go ahead and type right here. And as I type, I can see a little preview. I'll show you a couple more things. Got the messages again. Got music set up here. Big screen TV set up on my wall. Gordon Ramsay showing me how to cook above the stove. Notes right here for some groceries. Can walk around freely. Here's what it looks like when it's on. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hey, catch.
Thank you. And as we walk around the house, everything stays pinned exactly where we left it. And that's it. Let me know if you have questions.
It has been more than 6 months since Apple has released the Vision Pro. It's time for a long-term, honest review. Before we get too deep, be sure you're subbed to the channel with those notifications turned on so you don't miss the latest in Apple news. I've been using Vision Pro since launch. So in this honest, extended review, I want to provide a quick overview of the device as it stands today, how my opinions and usage have actually changed, for better or for worse, what Vision OS 2 means, and eventually try to evaluate if this device is the flop that so many seem to believe it is. Now, I'm not going to rehash all the specs here again. I did go over all of that in my original coverage, and I encourage you to check that out if you want a more granular look. But hitting the high points, Apple Vision Pro is clearly in the premium end of the mixed reality VR market. It's this polished beauty of carefully woven fabrics, aluminum, and glass that is unlike anything else I've experienced, especially coming from the likes of my Meta Quest or even the PlayStation VR. They're basically just all plastic, which does make them lighter weight. So yes, there are trade-offs, and how you experience those trade-offs will differ. The biggest of which being weight. I can absolutely, without uncertainty, say after 6 months, I can go for hours of wearing Vision Pro without fatigue. Others, I know, don't fare so well in that regard. There are ways to mitigate that fatigue, from the 2 straps that Apple includes to a variety of third-party straps and adapters that have made their way onto the market. As long as I can go 3 hours or so at a time without any strain, I'm happy. And I am. On the front of the device is this 3D piece of glass. It's very cool how they've been able to form this shape. While wearing the device, it can show your eyes, or obscure them based on whether or not you're immersed in an app or an environment. Apple calls this eyesight, and months later, I still feel like it's irrelevant. There's this lenticular film over the internal display that is supposed to give it depth, but it just makes it fuzzy and highlights the poor resolution. I can't imagine eyesight in its current incarnation will be sticking around. But if Apple doesn't put a screen there, what will go on the outside? Making it just more aluminum would be adding to the weight and making it even more front heavy. Maybe just the polished glass without the screen? But that seems unnecessarily fragile at that point. For me, the magic of Vision Pro has not worn off. Every time I put it on, I'm just as immersed in it. Sure, spec peepers will say that the field of view is smaller than the competition, but it's still just no comparison. Of the VR or mixed reality headsets that I've worn and used, Vision Pro pulls me in like nothing else. Seeing the room around me while I'm wearing it is next level cool, and diving into any of the immersive environments is even better. My favorite is Mount Hood, like by the lake, but I'm also very excited for the beach one coming soon in Vision OS 2. More on that in a few. Where I feel kind of mixed emotions about with Vision Pro is the third-party apps. I struggle because in many ways there are a lot of apps. Many iPhone and iPad apps are available here, including my baby monitor, plus all the ones native for Vision Pro. But Vision OS doesn't let you easily keep windows open. It seems like every time I put on the Vision Pro again, I have to reopen all of my apps every time. This will be getting fixed to a degree with Vision OS 2 again, so that's definitely progress. The other part is I just really wish there was more compelling apps and games. This is clearly not a gaming device by any stretch of the imagination, and it won't be until Apple adds some sort of handheld motion controllers to go with it. Most of the games that I played so far are basically just iPad games. They're iPad versions of games plopped into some sort of 3D environment or frame. Some actual VR games have made their way here, such as Job Simulator, but my results were mixed. It could track my hands really well, but things like rotating knobs were finicky. I just kept thinking that this would be outstanding if I actually had motion controllers. I think if Apple did have some sort of motion controller here, we'd see a lot more VR-style games. But I don't know if gaming is where Apple sees Vision Pro, especially with the head start that Meta, Sony, and others already have in this space. Real quick, while I've got you here, I want to thank our sponsor for this video, Vision Flow, and its new Talk It app that has just recently launched on Apple Vision Pro. The app has these incredibly cool 3D cities that you can drop into.
The Vision Pro integrates advanced AR and VR capabilities, offering an immersive experience with its high-resolution display and intuitive gesture controls. What do you think? Is this the future of how we interact with technology?
We are so excited to be kickstarting your morning with entertainment.
Everything was happening during this past weekend.
Yes.
Exciting news.
Wow, no, she was killing it already.
In my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with him serving the full term.
As well as keeping you informed on the issues that you need to know happening in and around our country.
Next, in Bites of Brilliance, we explore a groundbreaking AI innovation that's making waves in the medical field. Meet the AI system that can predict heart disease with remarkable accuracy, potentially saving countless lives.
In my lab, we are using artificial intelligence to interrogate common heart CT scans that are happening anyway as part of clinical care in order to see and extract information that are not visible with the human eye. We have been working on this line of research for more than 10 years, and the main objective originally was to find the human arteries that supply blood to the heart that are inflamed. And why did we want to find these arteries? That's because inflammation inside the human arteries is what drives heart attacks. By knowing your risk for a future heart attack, you have a good window of opportunity to intervene. If we know how to use artificial intelligence in the right way, it's actually an amazing tool that allows us and will allow us in the future to identify not only the patients who are at risk for heart attack, but it will allow us to diagnose diseases that are very hard to diagnose today with the conventional tools that we have in our hands. And it will help us guide treatments and management of our patients in the best possible way. This technology has the potential to save thousands of lives around the world if it's deployed worldwide.
This AI uses deep learning algorithms to analyze medical data and identify risk factors that might go unnoticed by traditional methods. It's an incredible step.
Welcome to Namibia, where adventure meets tranquility. With Enjoy, you have access to a wide range of accommodations to suit every traveler's taste and budget. Experience the finest dining and hospitality Namibia has to offer. Booking your dream accommodation is just a few clicks away with Enjoy. Join thousands of happy travelers who have trusted Enjoy for their Namibian getaway. Your gateway to unforgettable Namibian adventures. Visit us today at enjoy.my.na.
In our Code Red segment, we tackle the latest in cybersecurity threats. Today, we're looking at ransomware attacks on major financial institutions. Let's take a short crash course with senior consultant Ashley Blanca as she shares how significant ransomware's financial impact can be on an organization.
Hi, my name is Ashley Blanca, and I'm here to discuss the financial impact of ransomware. So ransomware can have many serious impacts on an organization, from affecting the day-to-day operations to loss of sensitive data to the most significant being financial loss. Ransomware is designed to render an organization inoperable by locking systems or files and making their data inaccessible, which in turn can lead to revenue loss over time. So building on that, if it's made public, ransomware attacks can carry a reputational impact as well, and can lead to loss of existing and potential new business and halt operations altogether related to payroll, paid invoices, and or billing clients. We've observed many of these situations here at Crypsis and help to assist our clients in getting back up and running as quickly as possible to manage and mitigate these losses. As an example use case involving a medical bio firm that was hit with ransomware, we see that the impact stretches farther than just financial loss. This client, of course, has many contracts worldwide and has endured an impact to their systems and software, causing them to lose progress made with research advancements. Additionally, given that controls at research sites are inoperable, continued research can't be performed, and frozen compartments for stem cell research are melting because ransomware impacted the controls in place. Overall, ransomware proves to be far more impactful to business from a financial and operational standpoint than from just rendering files inaccessible to users.
The attack exploited vulnerabilities in outdated software, leading to significant financial losses and a breach of sensitive data. It's a stark reminder of the importance of staying updated and vigilant.
We are all seeking connection to each other, to the world, to the spaces we exist in.
Poor sportsmanship right now from the lads. 1.85 for the national record. Here's another chance, and it is a goal from
Wij zijn CVI is er aan neertrekken. Hij bal ligt met grond gevat. Ja, hij heeft grond gevat. En dan zien we
Running that mountain up. Okay, so we will be doing this. More advanced, slightly advanced.
So is jou trolley reg? Want
I love it. I love it. So then
kickstart our countdown at number 5 with this one.
Op Netwerk TV se Klets Kompas gesels ons nuus van 'n Maandag tot Donderdag. Ons kyk ook na die weer en meer. Stories wat jou raak en stories wat saak maak.
They've made a mistake in denying me bail, and they've made several other mistakes in many other cases.
The channels that teach us something new or reflect our expression. So it goes beyond switching to the right station. It's about choosing the experience that can adorn the present, dressing it with our tastes as we expand our preferences, because what we are actually connecting to is boundless, limitless human energy. And this is the spirit of NTV.
Now, in Wired for Change, we spotlight an inspiring story of technology driving social impact. A drone has begun delivering urgent medical supplies to a hospital on the Isle of Wight off the south coast of England. The trial is part of a government project to develop a transport system that allows manned and unmanned aircraft to operate safely in the same airspace. And it could have significant implications for the delivery of humanitarian aid to isolated areas. Al Jazeera's Jonah Hull reports from the Isle of Wight.
High above the Solent off England's south coast, an unmanned drone hurries pathology samples across the water to a hospital on the Isle of Wight. It's 4 times faster than a conventional ferry crossing at a fraction of the cost. An enormous benefit to remote and island communities.
And their stuff is delivered either by boat, which is really slow, or by manned aircraft, which is really expensive. And so I can see a commercial operation in areas like that where there are poor logistics links, where a really cheap platform such as this can reliably deliver things and can fly at night, can fly in fog, can fly in poor weather.
The ground-operated drone system was developed at the University of Southampton with the aim of distributing humanitarian aid. It's been given special permission to fly in Britain's skies to assist with the government's COVID-19 response.
In fact, I like to think of it as a sort of Land Rover of the sky, a similar sort of niche in that it's very robust, very tough, very easy to repair, twin engines, so it's capable of flying on a single engine, therefore very reliable.
The successful use of drone technology to transport medical supplies from the mainland here to St Mary's Hospital on the Isle of Wight is a breakthrough for island communities everywhere. But think of the wider humanitarian possibilities, the ability to deliver life-saving supplies to isolated communities by air efficiently at times of natural disaster or war or pandemic.
It's easier just to be able to reach the places which were not reachable before, and you can even from London just remotely pilot a drone which is in Bangladesh, for example. So I think we really have a lot of potential.
Charities like Doctors Without Borders already make extensive use of drones for filming and mapping hard-to-reach areas. But the Isle of Wight trial, with the ability to carry a 100-kilogram payload over a distance of 1,000 kilometres, is the most significant advance in autonomous drone flight yet. Jonah Hull, Al Jazeera, on the Isle of Wight.
These drones are bridging the gap in healthcare access, providing life-saving supplies to those who need them most. It's a powerful example of technology being used for good.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nhmh.com.na.
To wrap things up, let's have a little fun with our Tech Tickle segment. Ever wondered what happens when you mix AI with creativity? Check out this AI that generates original, quirky recipes called Meal's Eye.
Go to mealsai.com. Sign in with Gmail. Set parameters for your recipe. For example, ingredients or dietary restrictions, and select number of people. You can easily make recipes from whatever is in your fridge, or a recipe with a max preparation time. Best use cases for this software is probably to spark creativity, or when you have very specific criteria for a recipe. You can also look through all recipes created on the platform for even more inspiration. Pricing: $5 per month for unlimited recipes. You can try out 3 recipes without subscribing. Pros: simple and clean UI. Creative, cheap. Cons: you may be able to do most of what it does with other AI chat software.
Welcome to Namibia, where adventure meets tranquility. With Enjoy, you have access to a wide range of accommodations to suit every traveler's taste and budget. Experience the finest dining and hospitality Namibia has to offer. Booking your dream accommodation is just a few clicks away with Enjoy. Join thousands of happy travelers who have trusted Enjoy for their Namibian getaway. Your gateway to unforgettable Namibian adventures. Visit us today at enjoy.my.na.
Wedding fever is running high. For everything to do with weddings and marriage, tune in from 1 August and every last Thursday of the month thereafter at 6:30 on NTV for Trouw Rock and Roll, our exciting new lifestyle show that goes hand in hand with Republicane's Bridal Couple of the Year competition. Don't miss out! Proudly sponsored by enjoy.my.na and Namdia.
That's it for this week's episode of Cyber Monday. We hope you enjoyed exploring the latest in tech with us. Remember to follow us on social media for more updates and behind-the-scenes content. I'm Tia James, and I'll see you next Monday for another deep dive into the world of technology. Stay curious.